Nerds talk.
The
Nerds.
Nerdy Review.
Nerds.
And right now we about to review. Well, he's about to review.
You haven't gotten to it?
No.
Popping bubbles.
Oh well.
It's
I don't mind. I don't mind spoilers. And if it sounds as good as you're gonna hype it up to, I might watch it.
They need to be a second season. It's a lot of trifling women in this. A lot of trifling women.
Sounds like the world we live in already. But okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Major trust. Guys, watch this. Gonna have major trust issues, and you're gonna understand how women think. Fucked up. You make your choice.
Let's not make this about the sex.
Yeah, we gotta go there.
Let's say that for intellectual nonsense.
But the trailer echoes. So here's the trailer echoes, right? I'm gonna give you the review of this. So pretty much, it's about twin sisters, like identical twin sisters, and like growing up, they've always been there for each other. So like they have that clear like connection, like to the point where like sometimes if one gets hurt, you know how like
So it's kind of like twin telepathy in a way.
yeah. So they have that bond, or they try to connect the bond. So in the series, it starts off where you get the view of one of the sisters who notices that the other sister has gone off the rails. Like, uh-oh, she's probably gone crazy or something, or she's not in her right head. So it's like, all right, that's how it opens up for you. Is like the sister now has to go back because the sister's missing. The writers of this whole thing wrote it well enough that you don't find out that the sister you're looking at or noticing is the other sister. So I should probably also mention, in like identical twins, you know how like sometimes they'll swap places?
Uh-huh.
You know, like, oh, like, yeah, I was at the thing, and like he was never there. The other brother did it, or the other sibling did it. These girls do the exact same thing, except on a scale that's on like cranking up to 11. Like anytime something fucked up happened in their life, I mean, like major. One of the girls pushed a sister off and like made her a paraplegic. They killed a man. I think they killed like 2 people. Stole horses. They've done some fucked up shit. And each sister has done either one or the other. Well, no, I wouldn't say each sister has done one or the other things. One sister has done most of the fucked up shit, but because they do the switch, they blame each other in a way where it's like, look, we have to do this so we don't get in trouble. So they'll just swap places. And because they swap places, you can't charge them because you need to know who actually did the crime. So it's foolproof through and through. However, along the way, shit hits the fan because the one sister who we thought was the crazy broken one is actually somewhat sane. Like she's like a really down chick and is not broken or anything. And the sister that everyone thinks is the good sister is the one that's completely fucked up. So like so we can fast forward a bit. They now find the sisters. They're now trying to solve the crimes and solving what's happened. The sheriff, who's a black lady, fire sheriff. By the way, she always like she kills it. Because you know what it is too. She has like that. She plays stupid. You know how the sheriffs that were like, oh, and I was born yesterday, or like knocks on the door and be like, I have coffee, and opens it up and like, isn't it illegal to pretend to be housekeeping? She's like, I didn't say I was house. I said I had coffee. Well, since you opened the door, and she just walks right in. You know what I'm saying? Like she knows the loopholes. She was slick, and like she was catching on to the sisters doing the double switch, right? So as this continues, like more and more gets exposed, the sisters just like, yo, we're just gonna continue pushing the narrative that like it's her fault. And so then the good sister goes rogue, starts killing people, and then trying to cover it up. In the midst of covering up, the other sister finds the cover up shit and then plants it back onto the sister. It was a whole mess of just backstabbing and everything. And then through it all, these 2 men who were subsequently screwed over through the entirety of this entire series, the husbands, right? One husband was like a therapist. He knew, which was fucked up. He knew his wife would swap places every birthday, and he'd be fucking the sister. And then like next year, I get my wife back, and the year after that, I get the sister. They would never tell him.
So hold on.
So
He's skipping.
technically
He's
he was
skipping
just-
through.
So technically, he was just living most
And-
guys' fantasy.
And this is the reason why. This is the reason why I say to people, don't binge watch,
Yeah.
because he is skipping through, but he ain't giving you the meat and potatoes. All right. So basically, the reason why these two girls are switching all the time is the fact that they want the cake and eat it too. Okay. One is a writer.
One does. Though.
No, well, I mean, yeah,
because Gina
True,
was
but-
forced
but-
into this.
but hear me out. The reason why of the story is essentially the beginning of the story is the reason why they swap
oh yeah.
is because they wanted the cake and eat it too. Now they doing everything together. They swapping husbands. They doing everything. So whoever,
one gets pregnant, right?
yeah. But But at this point, now
They
that's a
share
new
the
question.
daughter.
Don't nobody even know if that's their daughter or
They share
if
the
it's the
daughter.
previous girl daughter. But neither here nor there. The girl, the main girl that's even the whole situation. Of course, one gets a little more jealous than the other. So hey, I want more benefits than the other one is getting. One's a writer. I think one owns a farm and some other shit.
One's a horse raiser, horse tamer,
Horse
like
trainer.
tra-
Horse trainer.
not just
Yeah.
trainer, but they board the house. They board the horses. So like, you know how like you
You
wanna
mean a
ha-
horse breeder?
no, like if you're like a horse racer and you bring your horse to the tracks, you can leave your horse there with the papers and they'll take care
They'll
of the
shoe
horse.
them up. And,
Yeah, you know what I
you
mean.
know,
Tend to them
tend to
and all of
them.
that. So you don't have to find a barn to do that. So that's their business.
So
It's almost like a car wash.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
just
yeah.
caretakers.
Yeah. So you got one doing that, and then the other one's a writer. They all both got some buku of money, but they're limited on funds on each side, so they swap places.
No, he's
be
a
able to-
therapist. He's a therapist. She's the writer. Right.
Yeah. I didn't want to get into the weeds of all
Okay.
four characters, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
throughout this whole thing, these are the four, I mean, not the four, but these are the two lives that they get to swap back and forth. So
husband
it's
that's a
almost like
psychiatrist.
essentially Gabe has his life, Eugene has his life, and y'all get to swap and benefit the as far as relationship, as far as food, as far as cars, as far as
Money.
everything, money,
Yeah, they
everything.
both rich.
All right.
Just splurging on.
And
book
they
deals.
change positions every year.
Yeah.
So once every year they'll switch positions and then they stay that person for the whole year until the next year. They change on their birthdays.
But-
So within the span of this whole season, how many years are going by?
So the daughter was what, 10? So they've been doing it for 10 years. Cause the mom. So this all started though, cause the mom died or something. Cause the mom was having like cancer or something, and like the dad did like euthanasia on the mom. But the mom wanted it. Like the whole thing was a thing, and like I don't know how old they were then, but from 10 till they were at age 10, 11.
They've been doing it all their life though.
Yeah, almost, yeah. No, but that would be the start of it because like they saw,
As far as like when they got their own houses
yeah,
and husbands and stuff, but they've been swapping
for all their life. Yeah,
all their life. If they don't like a class, they'll swap. They don't
If
like
they-
a boyfriend, they'll swap.
or they want a boyfriend. Like I want my first kiss too. Okay,
Okay.
swap with me,
They'll swap with me.
and then they'll have the first. Or they lose virginity. You lost virginity. I want to lose my. And
I
they'll
want to
swap.
lose mine too, so swap with me.
And they'll never
Honestly-
say anything.
It was a
Honestly-
bunch of swapping.
Honestly, I feel like the
Just
guy.
cuckolds.
Honestly, I feel like whoever the guy was that did that just knew. So you saying
Jack
both,
ain't
So
new.
you saying both times it hurt both times? Like
Only one. Well, no, only one realized it. But like, yeah, Dylan had suspicions. One of the boyfriends had suspicions when they were young. But the therapist full blown knew and wrote notes. She'd be like, "Yo, the bitch is crazy. She be trying to like mask her smell and everything and change her tone of voice and everything. But you can clearly tell the difference And then,
Eugene,
like,
all I can say is it's beyond fucked up for what black people would
oh
watch.
my god, what? Even the black sheriff is just going, God, what the? You mean to tell me? There was a scene, right? There's a scene where she, like Gina, the good sister, the one that everyone said was crazy, but she wasn't. She was telling the sheriff the truth, right? And the sheriff just was like, "Yo, you stop pulling the bullshit on me, bitch. I will." And then she was like, she did some hair thing, and then tilted her head, tied it, and then just pulled off the other sister just like that. And then she was like, "Oh, y'all free to go."
I mean, it was easy because there's only one. There's only one girl.
Right, but like, I mean, like to show the switch in front of the sheriff, and then for the sheriff to be so pissed that she can't charge him, because like she has no clue which sister did the murder, and because both of them are here, I can't arrest you guys. Y'all did it. Like one of y'all did it, but I just can't.
Hey, just say, yo, one of y'all going to jail for murder. One of y'all's going to jail for being an associate.
And
bye.
And Charles stayed with her to the end, even with the other sister.
Tells you about men. We'll stay.
He was
fucked up shit.
Pussy must have been good. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You get both. That's like two different women too.
Mm-hmm.
So you might. So like I wonder. So it makes you wonder throughout throughout the series as you're watching it. Charles is never broke character. Like he'll always be like, "No, it's cool. Like, you sure you want to do this? All right." And then like there'll be some scenes. There'll be times where like the other sister would be like, "Hey, you're gonna have to have sex with him. He expects it," and she would be like, and then has to go now have sex with the husband.
Mm-hmm.
And he even got the sense like, "Yo, if you don't want to do this, I can't." And then she like broke down and cried type shit. I was like, "I can't do this anymore." And he just automatically assumed the book. I'd be like, "What? You can't assume this relationship is going on. We just had sex." Are you gonna say I can't do this no more?
So for Echoes, what would be your grade as far as
I'm gonna give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
an 8?
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. The story and the mystery of this, like what I'm saying, from the first episode to like episode 3 or 4, had me confused. Then they start dropping truth bombs, going from 4 to the rest of the series.
So it's something you got to power through.
Nah, you can.
You said the first 3 was confusing.
No, it's
Yeah. You want to use subtitles.
what?
Yeah.
That is low-key cheating.
Well, like no, but like if like even with the closed caption, I still couldn't figure out until like 3rd, 4th episode going, which one is just Sheeta? And then be like, oh, she the one that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, they'll tell you one side of the story without showing you the other side, and then it's just a big ass mystery game.
And then what was weird? They were continuing the like this one sister just continued to do the whole sex thing. Like I'm gonna continue to take from her. That makes sense.
One
like,
got greedy.
Even as an adult, like even to now, it's like no, you can't have him too, and like tried pushing people out of her life just because she can't have him. So I recommend.
So you gave it 8 out of 10, and you would definitely recommend.
If you like crazy white shit,
Yeah. With
10 out of 10.
with black people making sense, because they had all the minority people. They was
I
sharp,
only saw one black person.
right? They were
Which was the
sharp.
cop.
It was a hick. Yeah. He's half black.
If you want to count
You want
that.
to count that? Doesn't really count that. I don't know. It's like saying Jesse Smollett.
He's black.
I think we gave him up after that. That
We
lie.
gave him. We gave him. Like, I think we.
All right, close us up, man.
But yeah, so watch
So he says Echoes 8 out of 10.
Netflix. Got you.
I'll probably give my review on Instagram or something. So
Close us up.
Well, follow us for some more episodes, some more reviews. We got some more coming. Some Netflix series. We got a movie coming up.
yeah,
When
This
do-
whole thing, this whole next couple of videos is definitely going to be mainly Netflix, and this is actually showing that I might keep my Netflix account.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, even though the prices keep going up, and you want to add commercials to it.
So, yeah. Like, subscribe, follow us at TV Nerds. We'll be back.